Welcome to the Ecumenical Church of Occitane's Advent and Christmas Carol Advent calendar. Each day during Advent we will reflect on one well-known Advent or Christmas carol, as well as looking at paintings of the sort that often appear on Christmas cards. We hope you'll join us every day as we prepare to celebrate again the birth of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago. December the 12th, Joy to the World. This well-known carol was written by Isaac Watts and published in 1719 in The Psalms of David, imitated in the language of the New Testament and applied to the Christian state and worship. It is based on Psalm 98. Verses 4 to 7 speak of joyful sounds. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth into joyous song and sing praises. Sing praises to the Lord with the lyre and the sound of melody, with trumpets and the sound of the horn. Make a joyful noise before the King, the Lord. The carol speaks of the reign of God. The second verse begins, Joy to the world, the Saviour reigns, while the third verse continues the theme and implies judgment of the nations. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness. Isaac Watts echoes the psalmist in including the whole of nature in its acclamation of the reign of God. In verse 2 we read, While fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy, while in Psalm 98 we read, Let the sea roar, and all that fills it, the world and those who live in it. Let the floods clap their hands, let the hills sing together for joy at the presence of the Lord, for he is coming to judge the earth. So the theme of both of Watts's carol and Psalm 98 are about the whole of creation, including humankind, celebrating the sovereign rule of God. In other words, the carol is more about the second coming than the incarnation, so properly speaking, this is an Advent rather than a Christmas carol. There have been many musical arrangements to this carol. The most commonly used version today was published by Lowell Mason in 1848, but he relied heavily on an earlier version found in the book called Occasional Psalm and Hymn Tunes, published in 1836. The tune, called Antioch, was attributed in the book to Handel. Now, whilst some Handel scholars dispute this, it does have echoes of Handel. The first four notes are the same as Lift Up Your Heads from Messiah, with later echoes of Comfort Ye. It also seems to me that the repetition of lines, in this case the fourth line of each verse, follows more of an 18th century tradition than one from the 19th century. The painting chosen for today is The Dance by Matisse, painted in 1910. It can be difficult to convey joy in visual art, but Matisse seems to come the nearest to it. Matisse was influenced by post-impressionist painters such as Van Gogh, Gauguin and Cézanne, but it was his move to southern France that transformed his style and use of colour. In 1904 he painted with Paul Signac in Saint-Tropez, and in 1905 joined with André Derain in Collioure, which is not too far from here. The artists were known as the Fauves, which means wild animals. Their style was characterised by a fiercely bright use of colour and a strong sense of hedonism. The dance was painted for a Russian patron and collector, Sergei Shchukin. It expresses movement and simple delight, the warm tones of the dancers contrasting with the cooler blues and greens of the background. Joy to the world indeed.